From the Whiskey Tangent Studios in Marlton, New Jersey, this is Whiskey Tangent News.
Hey everybody, this is Ed from the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, back with another episode of Whiskey News.
Woo!
And joining me as always is Scott.
Hey everybody.
And I'm going to tell you what's going to be on the news today. We got 7 news stories, 4 industry news, 2 will be of the science and technology nature, and unfortunately there's only 1 that falls into the true crime topic.
Could only find 1.
And this will be for January and February. It's been like a slow news month, but it's the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Which usually be kind of exciting as people are announcing new stuff and all, but there's been kind of a little bit of retraction in the market like we talked about in December. And so things are a little slow to get moving this year, but I think they'll pick up. We'll also tell you the 9 new whiskeys coming out you could buy this month, and then what's coming up on the podcast in February and March. Scott, inform the people.
All right. It is February 2026, and here's all the news that's fit to drink. But first, breaking news. Breaking news. The Whiskey Tangent Podcast hits 300th release. That's right. This news episode right here is our tricentennial podcast.
I'm waiting for all the confetti and the balloons that are dropping from the ceiling. 300 episodes. See, that's confusing because we consider our episodes to be different. Numbered episodes, they're longer, 45 minutes to an hour. And then everything else is like news or shorts or quick tastes. Or
so each one is either a release or a podcast.
Right. So this is our 300th release. And Scott, what's a cool stat about how many podcasts last as long as us?
So I saw a stat online about percentage of podcasts, and it's really low.
Yeah.
And I have those stats. But first, I want to tell you all the stats about our releases. Okay. So just what you were talking about, Ed. Okay. We've done 90 full-length, numbered capital E episodes. We've done 109 whiskey shorts, 34 news episodes, which is crazy.
Amazing.
26 Whiskey Madness episodes, 14 last calls, 13 Whiskumentary parts, 5 Christmas bonuses, 4 special announcements, 3 vault episodes, and 2 whiskey wormholes. And the podcast stats that you were talking about. So this is from a report, January 2026, by Podmatch. Less than 53% of podcasts make it past 3 episodes.
That's hysterical.
Isn't it?
So less than half of the people who are like, we're going to do a podcast, actually get to episode 4.
Yeah. So less than 49% reach 8 episodes.
Oh my gosh.
Less than 9% reach 50. Less than 6 reach 100. Less than 3% reach 200. And less than 2% reach 300.
Right.
2% of people who start podcasts. And there are so many podcasts. That tells you how many people actually start podcasts.
Right. So we think about that and how people fail in podcasts. I mean, the only way I can look at that is we are in the top 2% of all podcasts.
That's right.
Ever.
That's right.
Ever.
That's the way I choose to see it, too.
Right.
We're in the top 2% of all podcasts.
You've heard it here first from us.
Whatever.
Also, it was decreed that we were the most informative whiskey podcast, according to us also.
Yes, also.
Also according to us.
It's all according to us.
Yes. And Gabe said he was the greatest podcast guest, according to him.
According to Gabe, yes.
According to Gabe.
Yeah. Oh, and his crew in the Pine Barrens.
Right, yeah, Gabe, yeah. They're taking the car batteries in the house so they can listen tonight.
I got no teeth, but I love that Gabe.
Yep. Gabe's fans will take their car battery out, they'll go in the house, they'll hook up their radio, and then once they hear it's just me and Scott, they'll disconnect it, go back in the car, and then I don't know, go mudding.
Right, because it's cold outside.
Yeah,
so
right.
They're like, we don't want to listen to those jokers.
Right. And they need the battery to start their car in the morning.
All right, so just wanted to let people know that we did our 300th.
300th episode. This is the one you're listening to. And thank you for,
thanks everyone who listens.
We have a really nice, dedicated fan base. And once again, we'd love to hear from you, whiskytangent@gmail.com. Anybody wants to check in with us. And,
absolutely.
And if anyone's been listening since the beginning, I know there's some of you out there because we have talked to you.
Yeah.
Hit us up. We'd love to know. If you stayed with us for 300 episodes, we should have a t-shirt for you. We don't.
Ooh, we should.
We should have like the 300 club.
Right. Yeah. So if you send us an email and you say you do 300, we'll quiz you. Right. And then we'll send you a t-shirt.
That's right. We'll ask you 5 questions.
Trust but verify.
It'll be easy.
Yeah, if Ronald Reagan taught me nothing, he taught me to trust but verify.
Oh my God, a Reagan reference.
I know, Reagan reference.
I feel like we've been doing this so long that he was president when we started this podcast.
All right. So the first thing we do, industry news. All right, first of 4 stories. From Forbes.com, key whiskey trends to watch out for in 2026. For more than a decade, American whiskey was in a state of constant acceleration. New distilleries opened monthly, retail prices climbed automatically, and limited editions sold out before most people even saw them. New finishes, unique mash bills, exotic casks, and ultra-aged expressions drove the conversation. But now American whiskey is entering a new era that will be defined less by hyper-expansion and more by maturity and focus. So here are 10 major trends, according to Forbes, that'll shape what you drink in 2026. Number 1. Production will sync with consumption. Distillers filled barrels aggressively during the boom, but as consumption cools, distillers will suspend whiskey production to better align with that demand. But because Kentucky alone has a reported 16 million barrels aging in warehouses, the industry is poised to prioritize inventory management and releases over growth and development.
They're not making as much whiskey because they've made so much whiskey.
Yeah.
It's like during COVID, like we said many times, the bars and restaurants were closed, so the liquor stores thrived.
Yeah.
Industry went up. People drank a lot, and they made a lot of money, and they sold a lot of bottles. People weren't working. And you can drink more when you're not working, Scott. I mean, you could drink when you work, too. That's frowned upon. So when people had to go back to work, guess what? They drank less. And the whiskey industry, like, oh, my God, we're not selling as much bottles as when everybody was home drinking.
Like the vapors.
But if you look at the numbers, they're still better than they were before COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen companies with great products go out of business because they just got greedy, it seems like.
Sure. We didn't make 20% profit, so now we're out of business because we overextended ourselves because we thought we were going to make 20% profit. Well, who told you we were going to make 20% profit?
Like I'm watching Wawa. Wawa's a convenience store in the Northeast. A lot of people know that. And they're bent on expanding and expanding and expanding.
Yeah.
And they're going to run into established Sheets and other chains that have that.
I mean, they started pizza. Like, why?
Yeah, it's
South
like-
Jersey is awash with pizza places.
Yeah.
Like, excellent pizza places. Do we need a mediocre pizza that we can get from Wawa?
I mean,
Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And it's expensive, too.
Yeah.
It costs as much as good pizza.
Right. Like, if it was cheap, like Little Caesars or something.
Wawa's done really well. They have, I don't know, a couple hundred stores. They're selling a lot of gas and a lot of food, coffee. Can they just not make that money?
Right. I know.
Like, do they have to
Constant expansion. I know.
another 30, 40 stores until finally 30 of them don't do as well because they're in a competitive market? So it's kind of like whiskey's the same thing. And if I do this on everything Scott says, we're never getting through the news.
Right. I know. We got 9 more to
We have a
go.
lot to go. But I mean, I think that the person's 100% right. It's going to be a new direction for the next 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
There's going to be plenty of good whiskey for whiskey drinkers to drink.
Yeah.
And if a couple of the new companies fade, that's a shame. But the industry needs to adjust to where we are today and not where we were 10 years ago.
Right. Number 2. Value will matter again. Because of the better sync between supply and demand, consumers will experience fewer panic buy shortages, more shelf availability, and increased discounting on core expressions. Drinkers are also becoming more selective, with bottles in the $30 to $70 range once again becoming the focus, and ultra premium or vanity brand releases will face higher scrutiny. Which I totally agree with. Like all
Yes.
these, like we did a quick taste on one. Companies set themselves up as ultra premium, and the whiskey that we tried, at least, we thought was not worth the price that they were charging for
We
it.
didn't love it as much as they loved it.
Right.
They did a lot of work with it. They finished it in different barrels.
Yeah.
Some of the whiskey was 16 years old. So there's a lot of things that merit the high price.
And we have seen in the past probably 6 to 8 months doing the news, the new whiskeys that are coming
Yes.
out have become less expensive.
Right.
Like they're putting out cheaper options, more reasonable options, I should say.
Right. So, in fact, the company that we featured, I think that's a company that is in trouble because they have set themselves up. I mean, a couple of their bottles are $280. And I don't know if they've been around long enough to get the brand loyalty to survive a retraction in the market.
Right.
So a company like that could be bought out, could see a major merger or a realignment or just a new direction.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. I'll try to be more brief moving forward.
Okay. Number 3, transparency will drive purchases. Mash bills, grain sources, barrel types, filtration methods, age statements, and distillation and maturation locations will become ever more meaningful differentiators than in the past, as the phrase distilled in will become more important than bottled by. And having trust in what you're drinking will only increase brand loyalty. Which I think has always been true, but I guess the point he's making is it's going to be even more true now when people want to know what they're drinking before they pay the money.
So, being that it's our 300th release, we're drinking some 10-year Henry McKenna Bottle and Bond single barrel.
Yeah, got a
so many
Christmas
good things
present.
about this. It's aged 10 years. It's a bottle and bond. It's a single barrel on top of all that, which is crazy.
I know. It's a triple threat.
And on the label, tells you right away that it is 100 proof, of course. It tells me the barrel number, the day it was barreled on, which was November 5th, 2014. Distilled and bottled by Heaven Hill Distilleries in Louisville and Bardstown, Kentucky.
And that's transparency because you can see everything. Bottle and Bond, the first Consumer Protection Act ever enacted in the United States in 1897. Plus Heaven Hill, and it's 10 years aged. Like you can look up the mash bill. I don't think it's on the bottle, but like a lot of companies now are putting their mash bills on the bottle, putting the source.
And what they say about this, which is great, this 10-year-old single barrel is a one-of-a-kind bourbon and one of the few Bottle and Bond products available.
Yeah, so we're going to see more and more of that. Bardstown Bourbon Company does it. Barrel has always done it.
Henry McKenna 10-year is one of the first bourbons that I kind of gravitated towards. Back in the day, you could get that and Eagle Rare for $32. It was everywhere, and nobody was drinking it. Now, hard to find both of them, and this is a strong $65 now if you buy it in the store. Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, it's still worth it.
Still worth it.
It's absolutely delicious.
Look, that's the first 3 trends all in one bottle.
Yep.
Number 4. American Single Malt will rise.
Yes.
In 2025, American Single Malt became an official class of whiskey with its own rules and was, in fact, the only category of American whiskey to show any growth whatsoever. Clearer standards, more consistent quality, and broader distribution are giving American Single Malt a recognizable identity. Expect to see higher age statements, more innovative finishes, and greater emphasis on yeast fermentation and malt sourcing.
If you want to know about American Single Malt, just start at Stranahan's in Colorado.
For sure.
They're already doing the finishing. They're ahead of everybody. They've been ahead of everybody for 10 years. And here's the other thing. In the short term, as we're dealing with tariffs and the uncertainty of international trade, Scotch might become harder to find and more expensive, leaving American Single Malts to have a little bit of a room to grow right now.
Yes,
I mean, I think the political and the financial and the trade market right now favors American Single Malts, though some of them get their peat from Scotland.
Right.
So, but most of American Single Malts are not smoky. They taste more like the space side, right?
Yeah.
And I tend to love American Single Malts and not really like Scotch that much.
I know. It's strange because I think it's more than just the barley. It's the terroir of where you're creating it. Like we've talked about this before. Like
the terroir.
Terroir.
I love that.
Terroir. Terroir. It's French.
I don't remember the last time I've heard it in a sentence. I'm just impressed by. I know the word.
Yeah.
I'm not ignorant. Okay. All right, man.
It'll come up later.
Condescending me, motherfucker. Go ahead.
Wow. All right. And we're not getting to 301. Interesting.
It's an Ed Whiskey podcast. Here we go. We're going to have one episode as soon as I figure out how to turn the laptop on.
Number 5. Okay, so rye will move beyond the 95-5 formula. Distillers will experiment with innovative rye-forward mash bills, heirloom rye varietals, 100% rye expressions, malted ryes, and hybrid styles that blend rye with bourbon or single malts. The result will be ryes that are fruity, floral, nutty, and creamy, not just spicy and peppery.
Okay, then somebody besides MGP needs to make rye whiskey because the 95.5, about 80% of that on the market is from them. And by the way, it's not always spicy because Bullet Rye is not overly spicy.
No.
And they supply all that with
right.
it. But I get their point. And we have seen that.
Yeah.
Smoke Wagon has a Bottle and Bond rye, which is delicious. But they also have 100% malted rye,
right.
which is spectacular.
Yeah, High West has been doing stuff with their own distillate, 80-20. I think it's 80 rye, 20 malted rye.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of companies, small, and I think that's what they're talking about. Less focus on the big conglomerates.
Yes.
And even MGP, they've suspended their whiskey making to focus on their own brands.
Yep.
So that's what they're saying. More distillers need to get into rye. And we're actually going to have a story about rye later on in the podcast.
All right, can't wait.
Number 6. Blending will become more of an art form. Independent blending houses will increasingly showcase how creative a discipline blending can be as a way to build balance, complexity, and consistency across barrels and styles, perhaps paving the way for a whole new official category of whiskey someday.
Right, and what people have to understand is that blending was considered a taboo until very recently, maybe 20 years.
Yes.
Maybe 10 years, really, where it became more common. But, I mean, 20 years ago, blended whiskey meant you just have a bunch of crap laying around and you put it together.
Yeah, you were trying to cover up the flavor of it.
Fred No from Jim Beam talked about this when they did their Legent, where he got into blending with the master blender from Suntory Distillery in Japan.
Right, he had to be convinced to even do it.
Yeah, he was like, because when he grew up, blending was like the same as putting like shoe polish in the whiskey to make it look darker.
Or like spitting tobacco juice in it.
Exactly. So it was something that was frowned upon. I will attribute Barrel as being a distillery that made blending kind of cool.
Yeah.
Four Roses does it with their small batch and their small batch select.
Yeah, they blend all their bourbons together.
They blend their own product together, but they still blend.
Yeah.
Small batch select has 6 different recipes, and the small batch itself has 4. I'm about to drink the small batch next time.
Yeah.
I forgot to dip into it.
We got plenty of time.
Once again, what did Scott tell us earlier? 16 million barrels are sitting in warehouses.
Yep.
So how do we make them unique, right? Well, we finish them in different casks, but that costs more money. What if we blend them? What if we take, a high rye and blend it with a wheater and whatever, and let's see what we can do.
Put some single malt in there. Like what Jack Daniels did with their triple mash.
The triple mash is a perfect example.
Yeah.
We commend Jack Daniels for the last 10 years of them getting off the bench and actually getting in the game.
Sure.
My cousin's husband, Greg, I used to get 2-3 bottles of the Jack single barrel bourbon every year from him.
Yeah.
And so I drank a lot of it. And it was good. It was very good.
Very good. You mentioned finishing. So number 7, finishing will be more restrained. Wine, sherry, rum, brandy, cider, and beer finishes will remain popular, but they'll be used with more intention and shorter timelines. Transparency about the finishing process will improve, favoring producers who treat finishing as an enhancement rather than a novelty or a masking agent. It's very similar to blending, actually, finishing, because people do finish their substandard whiskey in other barrels to try to mask those flavors.
I usually finish on the back tattoo. I had to do it. You should mute my mic for a few minutes. I think I need to be in a timeout.
Isn't that an ESPN show where they mute them with people's mic?
Right.
Dumb
that went
opinion?
off the air. Pardon the interruption.
Oh, that's it.
But it was on for like 15 years.
Yeah.
No, but you're 100% right. For example, like Angel Envy Rye, that finishing is essential and part of the creative process.
Yeah. We can go back to barrel with this one as well.
Yes.
Because they blended finished whiskeys. So they were doing both.
So true.
And again, a lot of people are doing finishing now. Like Angel's Envy Rye, you said before, but the Angel's Envy Bourbon was one of the very first finished bourbons in America in port wine barrels. And I don't really care for it, but it launched.
Yeah.
Finishing.
I don't mind it. I like it better than Scott, but I get it.
Yeah.
Hill Rock Distillery, that's their main thing. Almost everything is finished. If you just have the Sauterne finish, you're like, well, that's just their basic product.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like different wines. So yeah.
I mean, even Garrison Brothers finishes their stuff.
Garrison Brothers. So I think that's what Scott says. The people who finish right are going to be rewarded.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think it's going to be less because it costs money to age it longer. And I think you'll see blending more than finishing.
Number 8. Proof and drinkability will collide. The two fastest growing segments of American whiskey are the lower proof sessionable whiskeys and higher proof enthusiast releases, while whiskeys in the middle shrank.
Which is what I like.
And brands will respond by bottling multiple expressions of the same whiskey for purpose, like cocktail proof, sipping proof, hazmat proof, etc.
Oh, we've seen that. Sazerac Rye just did it,
I
right?
know. So instead of releasing just a single mid-proof option, they're going to start releasing different proofs for different purposes.
So Sazerac is 90, right?
Yeah.
And then they came out with 100 proof.
Yeah.
And now they have a cask strength,
They have a 125, a full proof.
Right. So once again, I'm not surprised that Buffalo Trace would be ahead of the curve here.
Yeah.
They have already started that. So Sazerac Rye, which is crazy successful, and by the way, delicious at 90.
Delicious.
I think Gabe just got 100, right?
He did, yeah.
Gabe just picked up a bottle of the 100 proof this week. He should have driven right to us and made us drink it.
Just poured it down our throat.
Just right here. Like, I expected if he bought it last night, this morning at 8 o'clock, there should have been like a doorbell ring. Yeah. You know what? Get out and do a shot. I'm like, all right, bro. Let me get my slippers. So
I've been saying for years that they need to do this with Basil Hayden.
Yes.
Basil Hayden at 80 proof is just meh.
Yes.
But I'd love to taste it at 100.
It is crazy how they have just driven their heels into the ground with 80 proof. They've made a lot of interesting flavor profiles, but they keep them watered down at 80 proof.
Yeah.
I do admit that it allows the entry point.
Sure.
And with what you're saying, Scott, though, that there's going to be a push to have lower proof whiskeys, then I think Basil Hayden might feel like they're already positioned to run that market because of all their different flavors.
And that's what they're doing.
They should bring back the rum finished.
Yeah, they should.
Freddie, no, tell your pop maybe bring back rum finished Basil Hayden.
That's probably his area.
You think so?
He's like the newer guy.
Well, Freddie, then you know.
You do it, Freddie.
Yeah, and Freddie listens every episode.
He does.
Yep.
Yeah, he loves it.
Like almost best friends.
Number 9. Regional identity will become even more meaningful. So as the first wave of craft distilleries matures with aged stocks, established customer bases, and operational stability, this will result in better blending, more consistent releases, and fewer misfires. With local sourcing, regional maturation, and terroir, there's the word again, becoming increasingly central to a whiskey's narrative. So we've done Journeyman, F.E.W, Stranahan's,
Garrison Brothers.
Like these all, you can taste where they came from.
Yes.
And it's incredibly obvious when you taste them side by side.
Yep. The best thing about doing this podcast by far is experiencing whiskey in a way that I never would as just being a consumer.
Yeah. Even like Cedar Ridge and
Cedar Ridge, exactly Cedar Ridge.
The Lost Lantern stuff that we've tried because they go all around the country.
Yep. I mean, we can go on. The one we don't love in Texas.
We have
Balcones, which they put out a good product, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's just not for us.
Dad's Hat has a very distinct flavor.
Kings County also has pretty regional.
So if you know what we're talking about, it means when you're getting all your rye and your grains from local sourcing.
Right.
So if the Kentucky distilleries are being fed by the same grains, they're all going to have similar components. The ryes are going to taste kind of similar.
Yeah.
But when you got Minnesota rye and Indiana rye and Illinois rye and Michigan rye and Pennsylvania rye, they're all going to have a little bit of different, especially some use like red winter wheat. Like that. And so you start to get original flavor profile.
Yeah.
I was drinking Journeyman just the other day, right?
Of course, it's whipped in whiskey.
Very different than what I was drinking right before it, so that's a great point.
Number 10. The last one, and then we can get to another story.
This is a great story, though. So it's very important.
Yeah, I really like this one. Experiences will outweigh expressions. So distillery visits, blending labs, barrel programs, clubs, and educational events are central to how brands build loyalty. But this year, it'll become even more important as people increasingly want to feel connected to what they drink, not just impressed by it. Over 2.7 million people visit the Kentucky Bourbon Trail annually and spend an average of $1,000 each, which makes the whiskey bottle a souvenir of your experience and not just the reason you went. Do you think we spend $1,000 each?
I mean, not counting our lodging, right?
Right. Well, no, I think they're talking about everything. Like,
all right, because we did bring that money to their economy.
Yeah, definitely spent $1,000.
Oh shit,
each. For sure.
I mean, I spent $700 just on the Airbnb, and then
we spent another $500 on whiskey at least.
I mean, the car was packed with boxes of whiskey. I mean, we might have been at the federal offense level crossing state lines with that much whiskey.
Right.
I think I spent about $400 or $500 on whiskey, at least. Not to mention what we paid to go on the tours.
Right. Not to mention what we actually drank, like just by the glass.
Yeah, while we were there, and the restaurants we visited.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I was closer to 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could definitely see that. It was a great time, and
great time.
We enjoyed every dollar we spent. Oh my God, we spent $275 just to go to the supper
the dinner, the Jim Beam,
yeah, that was amazing. That's the best thing we did in our lives.
It was great.
More so than getting married.
We did the whole tour around that because once we discovered it, we're like, we have to go the next week because that's what it was happening.
Grace, that's one of the best stories you've had in a while.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I think starting the new year, what a poignant story about where the whiskey's going to. My message is calm down. You will still have whatever bottle you want to drink.
And that's why I really like this story because it was more optimistic than pessimistic because we've done our share of pessimistic stories.
I've always been optimistic. I really have.
And you have.
I have. Because anyone that fails is supposed to fail. If they have any product good enough, Heaven Hill will buy it, as they've shown in the past, right? Yes. What's the one that Heaven Hill bought? Oh, the Old Fitzgerald, right?
Yeah,
right. So we were drinking the Old Fitzgerald Bottle and Bond, came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Heaven Hill bought that, and they bought the JTS Brown. And it's like, so if there's anything worth buying, Heaven Hill will buy it.
There's actually another story later that like they bought something that I didn't realize that they owned.
Exactly. Yeah. If it's worth liking, it won't disappear. Somebody will buy it and make it.
Right. Okay, so the second story, only the second story, from EURweb.com, Uncle Nearest sues former CFO. So as we reported a couple times last year, the founders of Uncle Nearest Whiskey were hit with a lawsuit for allegedly defaulting on multiple loans, resulting in their business entering receivership. At the time, owners Fawn and Keith Weaver blamed the misconduct on their former CFO, Michael Senzaki. And now in a sweeping lawsuit filed just a few weeks ago, Uncle Nearest is suing Senzaki and his firm, ZMS Strategies Incorporated. According to the lawsuit, Senzaki was given full control of the company's financial systems during a key period of growth, and the Weavers claimed he abused that trust by making the company's finances look healthier than they really were. Listen to what he did, or at least what they're alleging that he did. Number 1, altered invoices after executive approvals. 2, forged stock transfer documents. 3, redirected company payments to businesses he controlled while making it appear that real vendors had already been paid. And 4, used fake paperwork to place liens on Fawn Weaver's personal equity without her permission.
Well, I mean, like, how do you not have an auditor watching what he's doing?
Yeah. So beyond financial issues, the lawsuit claims that there was a deliberate effort to spread a false story that the Weavers were personally responsible for Uncle Nearest's corporate debt, causing serious damage, including $1 million in canceled speaking engagements and the freezing of nearly $10 million tied to Keith Weaver's separate business ventures. The Weavers are seeking financial damages and court orders to stop the defendant from moving or hiding assets while the case continues. Senzaki has yet to file his response.
Now, here's maybe a radical opinion, Scott. It is their fault. It's their fault.
Because they hired him.
They hired him and they didn't oversee him. Yes, he was a criminal, maybe, and did bad stuff, but it's your job to watch. I mean, you allowed him to do all that and didn't know it?
Yeah, I feel like maybe he was a friend or a friend of a friend, and they trusted him too much.
Let me be frank with you. If the Whiskey Tangent podcast had tens of millions of dollars moving through this, and I was in charge of it, Scott would have somebody watching me. And not because he doesn't trust me, just for the fact that you don't ever fully know somebody else.
I know, especially when you're dealing with that kind of money.
Right.
Like, sometimes people change.
Right. Now, Gabe, I would trust explicitly.
I would trust Gabe, too.
I would trust Gabe.
Yeah.
He wouldn't steal.
We'll hire Gabe.
He can audit me.
He'll audit both of us and report back to both of us.
It'll be like little bitch auditor.
Oh, my God.
But now that he's little bitch, he'll be like, little bitch, do your math.
He's auditing you.
Yes.
You're the little bitch.
Little bitch, do your math.
LBA.
LBA.
Little bit auditor.
Yeah.
No, but so this story, like, we've been watching this. I wasn't surprised to see this, that they're suing the CFO because they had to.
They had to.
They're blaming him on it, so they have to have this suit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll keep following it.
We'll keep following it.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
It's a huge story.
Does the CFO have that type of money? Like,
well,
I really feel like the suing is just to release the money they have and maybe cut their losses like it's not our fault.
Maybe.
But I have to tell you.
Could be strategic.
Maybe they need me and Scott to come in and take over the company. So, Uncle Nearest, if you need us to come in as like outside neutral, not anti-owner, not pro-owner, just good whiskey, we'll make it better. Or if you just need a taster.
Right. Do you need a new master blender, distiller, or taster, or whatever?
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Whiskey Tangent at
Or if you'd
gmail.com.
like to buy the podcast. The podcast is in sale.
Yeah, it's for sale.
It's for sale for $4.5 million.
All right. The next story we have from the spirits business. The founder of F.E.W. Spirits departs.
I was shocked by this.
Yeah. On December 31st, 2025, F.E.W. Spirits founder, distiller, and president Paul Hletko, who we met at the lounge.
Right. We're practically best friends, at least for one day.
Has left the Chicago-based whiskey and gin distillery after more than a decade at its helm. Launched in 2011, its parent company, Samson & Surrey, was sold in 2022 to Heaven Hill. And now, 3 years later, Hletko has announced his departure.
He must have had to stay for 3 years to help the...
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. With the new year come new opportunities, he said in a statement, and all good things come to an end. As of today, I'm no longer with F.E.W. Spirits, but I'm incredibly proud of what we built together.
Yeah.
From a wild idea backed by nothing but a smile and a handshake to a brand recognized far beyond Chicago, and at its height, far beyond my own expectations. I'm grateful to everyone who contributed to the journey and supported the brand along the way. I'm looking forward to what's next. He did not say what was next.
By the way, he looked like a regular guy.
Oh, he definitely was.
I've met a lot of regular guys in the whiskey industry, but nobody as regular as him. And what I mean by that, it's not a diss. It just means like he's just a guy who followed a dream, and he looked like a guy you can get wings with or throw darts with.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, he told me a dad joke.
There was no pretentious about him. And what's funny, Gabe just bought the F.E.W. Alice in Chains whiskey.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, my hat's off to you.
Yeah, I hope you continue to be in the whiskey industry and do something else.
I got a feeling he did okay.
Oh, wow. No, I'm sure he did.
I'm sure maybe he just wants to take his money and go sit on an island and, find out what rum tastes like.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I would do. Like,
I would love to get into rum.
I'll tell you, if I go to islands, I drink rum. Yeah. I might have a Manhattan with dinner, but usually I'm drinking rum.
Well, they're probably not going to have really good whiskey. They're going to have the regular stuff.
Right. It's like the white label Jim Beam. And
okay, so for the last story in industry news, Fred Minnick put out his top 100 whiskeys of 2025.
So much work when he does that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's a lot of whiskeys. Like I don't know that you need 100.
I know.
And I don't have a lot of criticism for Fred. I think what he's done is amazing.
Right.
And he's a Jersey boy.
Yeah.
And we do want to be judges for the Ascot Awards. I don't know why we're not ready.
Right. I mean, all he has to do is ask God.
Ascot, and we'll be on the Ascots. But 100 seems like a lot. God bless him.
So he was taking great pains in the article to say why he was late. It's like, dude, we know why you're late. It's 100 whiskeys. That's a hard list to put out.
Yeah.
Rank 100 whiskeys?
Yeah, thank God we don't have that type of expectations from our fans.
No.
They're like, are they out this week? Nah, they took the week off. Like, all right, well, we'll see them next week.
That's fine. Yeah, it'll be out next week. We seldom take 2 weeks off in a row.
Right.
All right, so we're going to do all 100. Here we go. Number 100.
He's not going to do that.
No, but I will say
Did you pick out ones that are relevant to us?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. And then I did the top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah.
I know. It's like there's an Ed Whiskey podcast coming out. I've learned the formula.
I will say the 100th whiskey was Sir Davis American Whiskey, the Beyonce one.
Oh, I think it was better than that.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what else he has, but I can't believe that's the 100th. That was a good whiskey.
And then we're talking about vanity brands and that other story.
Yes.
This was a vanity brand I think was pretty good.
This is not like the Elvis whiskeys we drank.
Right, which were fine.
It's just
Average.
MGP 7 years, whatever.
Average.
This was definitely crafted.
Yeah. 87, the Willet Small Batch 4-year-old.
Rye?
It actually didn't say.
I mean, the Willet Rye is 4 years old.
Yeah, so there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
81, Blue Note Special Reserve.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's very good.
Yeah. 77, Garrison Brothers Guadalupe.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. And that is better than the Beyonce whiskey.
Yeah. 75, Calumet 15-year. Yeah. Was that the one we did the podcast on?
Yeah, we had...
They have all different years.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could look it up. Hold on.
I'm just surprised at it. It's a good whiskey, but better than the Guadalupe? Hell no.
All right. Calumet was the 16-year that we did.
We were like, it's
fine.
My friend Mike bought it for me, so we were even nicer because it was a gift. But
Yeah.
it was just okay for a 16-year.
Right.
I don't like older bourbon. I've now figured out that once you get past 12 years, it gets a little bit gamey for me.
Sure. Number 70, Remus Repeal 9.
Oh,
the newest one.
Yeah, that Remus is good.
104 proof. 51, Old Line Cast Strength, American Single Malt. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Good
Won
stuff.
one of our Madness tournaments. 46, Jefferson's Reserve Cast Strength Bourbon, 130 proof.
I could see that. I've never had it, but I bet it's probably the same juice as the very rare, very old.
Right.
Just at full cast strength.
Yeah.
I'd love to find that. I've never seen that.
I know. 41, the Pinhook Vertical Series, 9-year rye.
It was okay. We didn't do that one, but I bet it's good.
Yeah, we love the 9-year bourbon, though. That's not this. 37, Remus Gatsby Reserve.
We've tried that. It was good.
Yeah. 35, New Riff Balboa Rye.
We've tried that as well. It's very good.
The Milam and Green Unabridged Batch 2. That's at number 34.
We might have tried that. We tried a bunch of their stuff.
We did. 32, Peerless Cognac finish.
Oh,
Yeah.
my Peerless doesn't do bad whiskey.
Yeah. 17, Four Roses limited edition small batch.
Yeah,
Not the
that was
small
pricey
batch
though.
we're
That
drinking.
was expensive. I remember that came out.
Yeah, $250. That was.
Yeah, I remember that came out.
Yeah. Number 13, Angel's Envy Cast Strength Bourbon.
Did we try that in
Yeah,
Kentucky? I think we did.
Maybe.
During the tasting.
I
I think they
I-
had that little bottle.
I know we tasted one of them at Doug's.
It was during the tasting at Angel Envy, and it was just like a 1.5
Yeah,
ounce.
just a little,
Yeah,
yeah.
like a tasting.
Yeah. And then we have actually top 6 because 6 happened to be one that was interesting. Bardstown Bourbon Company Double Barrel Discovery Series number 13, $150. And then the top 5.
Okay.
Heaven Hill 90th Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
That was very expensive.
Yeah. Well, that was $125. Well,
No.
That's what they said it
yes,
was.
but no.
Not in the stores, it wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
It was $1,600.
Right. This is MSRP. Brother Justice Founders Reserve American Single Malt.
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea what that is.
Brother
Justice.
Justice is a distillery?
Justus, Founders Reserve. I'm going to say that's probably a distillery, yeah. Sounds like a superhero.
Yeah.
Brother Justice!
Oh, pretty good, Scott.
Oh, thank you. It's like Mighty Mouse.
Yes.
Here I come to save the
That's
day.
exactly what I thought it was.
Here I come to save the day.
Number 3, Bomberger's PFG Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
Yes.
We tasted that at Doug's.
We did, and that was amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty
And
good.
we had that in our top 3 for the day.
All right, and here's one that we actually did taste, the Sazerac 18-year rye.
Yes.
We tasted the 2024 version. This is the 2025. But they're all pretty similar.
Yeah.
And then the number 1, the one Buffalo Trace Antique Collection that we've never tried on air.
George T. Stagg.
The George T. Stagg.
And I have to tell you, I have tried it.
Yes.
Because we had it at tasting.
We did.
It's amazing. To me, their whole ability to talk shit as Buffalo Trace is the antique collection.
Yep.
And even that's overblown. But the William LaRue Weller and the George T. Stagg are elite
And
whiskeys.
a handy.
Yeah, but...
Thomas A.
Well, because of rye, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give you the handy. But the handy to me...
Wait, what?
I will-
Continue.
the most unenthusiastic candy of your life. No.
I'm so bored.
This is why my friend John said, like,
Ew.
I like you guys. You're fun, you're informative, but a little gay. I'm like, just the right amount of gay.
It's just the right amount
It's
of
a
gay.
joking.
How
It's a
dare
joke.
you?
Not gay in a fun way from like the 1890s.
No, it's not the gay 20s. For sure.
What the hell am I talking about?
I don't know.
What's the top whiskey again?
George T. Stagg.
All right, George T. Stagg, right. The William LaRue Weller, the George T. Stagg. I mean, they're so good. Like, they actually are whiskeys that are worth more than their MSRP. They're not worth $1,500 or $2,000, but both of them represent two of the greatest whiskeys I've ever drank. If I get a dram for like $60, $80, I might do it one day because I missed it. I like to try it, but even that's insane. You know what I mean?
If we could get a 2-ounce pour for $60, we could go in and have an ounce each.
Yeah, we could do that.
We could do that.
But the thing is, like, how ghetto is that? Like,
well, it's no. Okay, so if they're selling it for 60, we say to the bartender, could we do a 1-ounce pour for 30?
Right.
I don't want to spend $60 for a drink. I just don't.
We're negotiators.
Exactly. All right, our next category of articles, science and technology. From Food and Beverage Magazine, new distillery builds record-setting Rickhouse.
Oh.
Whiskey House of Kentucky has completed construction of the first 7-story rickhouse featuring the revolutionary K-Rax barrel storage system. Located in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, this state-of-the-art facility represents the first of a total of 12 warehouses that Whiskey House plans to build over the next decade. With a capacity of 48,000 barrels per warehouse.
Wow.
The implications for the contract whiskey manufacturing sector are substantial. The K-Rax warehouse represents not just a larger version of traditional rickhouses, but also a fundamental reimagining of 3 key functions. Number 1, how whiskey ages by improving airflow and vapor management with continuous floor vents around the entire perimeter and rooftop cupolas that run the entire length of the building. 2,
Eddie Russell's like, you soft bitches. He's like, well, turkey, we just locked the doors and shut it in there for 8 years, then we drank it.
We got black mold growing everywhere. We love it. We love it.
The Whiskey Podcast is a humor podcast, and no way insinuates that Wild Turkey incorporates black mold into their whiskey production.
That's right. Number 2, how workers stay safe by installing stable, full-width walking boards throughout the warehouse and wire mesh fall protection adjacent to all walkways. And number 3, how long the buildings last by using more durable materials such as southern yellow pine that undergoes glue lamination, heat treatment, and kiln drying, creating wood that is significantly stronger and more pest-resistant than traditional lumber. Furthermore, this warehouse completion solidifies Whiskey House of Kentucky's position as a transformative force in the whiskey contract business. Since beginning operations on July 1st, 2024, the 110,000 square foot distillery's highly sophisticated manufacturing system, which runs fully automated on proprietary software 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, has produced more than 130,000 barrels featuring 59 mash bills for its customers. So you can see why they need the extra storage capacity that this new type of warehouse provides.
Well, I'm glad that they're going to be more durable, but I will say that Scott and I was in the oldest Rickhouse in Wild Turkey from like the 1930s.
Yeah.
The bitch is still standing there, nailed with like boards and nails and rats.
I think they bought like 50,000 rolls of duct tape and they just wrapped the entire building.
I mean, that was the oldest building I've ever been in my life that wasn't like a museum piece.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool though. You walk in and you
cool.
just smell the history.
I mean, I feel like they had barrels there from like the 50s just sitting there.
I know. They don't even know what they have in
They
there.
have no idea what's in that warehouse.
It's crazy. Let's talk a little bit about Whiskey House. So I did mention them before, but it's been a couple years. I think maybe when they opened. So they don't have whiskey yet that's aged enough to even be in bottles in the stores because they only started in July 1st of 2024. Okay. So they only have a year and a half worth of whiskey aging. So maybe not this year, maybe next year we'll start seeing them in stores, but it's going to be 2 or 3 years.
I mean, it seems like
exciting.
A lot.
It's kind of exciting.
But this is what we're talking about. The future is selective, right?
Right. So you have 59 different mash bills. That's a lot to choose from.
And if you're going to be blending, you might want 2 unique different mash bills so that you can blend them together.
That's right. I mean, combinations you could have from those.
Right.
59 mash bills. What could they possibly be?
Single malts, wheaters, 100% malted wheat.
Multiple ones of each.
80-15-5.
Yeah.
Corn, rye, malted barley. Right. 70-25-5.
Corn whiskeys, light whiskeys, rye whiskeys, wheat whiskeys, single malts, like you said.
That's great.
All right, so the next story we have in science and technology, InsideClimateNews.org, how rye helps the climate. Farming in St. Louis Valley, Colorado is tough. The high-altitude desert has one of the shortest growing seasons in the United States and is known for strong winds, creating dust storms that plague the region. The storms not only remove precious topsoil and damage crops, but they're also unsafe for human health, choking lungs and causing accidents on nearby highways. But for some farmers, the solution is simple. Just plant more rye. According to Sarah Jones, co-founder of the Rye Resurgence Project, I mean, come on, Rye Surgence is right there. Rye Surgence! In 2024, farmers in the valley planted 4,000 more acres of rye than in the previous year, and now the air is much clearer in the off-season and the ground holds. The reason is that rye grows roots as deep as 6 feet, significantly deeper than those of other cover crops. I know, isn't that crazy? Creating more space for water retention, nutrient absorption, and carbon sequestration. Plus, rye is one of the few cover crops that can survive the harsh winters of the northern and western United States. From 2009 to 2024, the USDA reported a 75% increase in acres of rye crop. However, only about 18% of U.S. rye is actually harvested. Instead, it's grazed by livestock or kept in the ground to benefit soil that would otherwise be left bare. But enterprising farmers could sell that rye to distillers or distill it themselves to get even more profitability out of the practice. And if you'd like to support all of these rye-based efforts, all you have to do is drink more whiskey distilled from U.S.-grown rye, to which I say, challenge accepted.
Let's do it.
Let's go. I mean, remember the story of George Washington? Back in the day, rye was used as a cover crop for farming.
Yes.
And then his distiller said, well, you can't grow barley here. Let's try rye. Let's see what happens. And that started rye. It's crazy.
Yep.
And Canada has a lot of rye,
And that's
too.
why you see Journeyman is heavy on rye up in Michigan and few in Illinois.
Because it can grow.
In cold climate.
Right, where corn can't. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Right. Next up.
True crime.
True crime. All right, so this is from Northwest Georgia News, which is weird because this took place in the UK. Okay. Drunk Welshman goes on a forklift joyride.
Who hasn't done that?
That's right. Late last month, North Wales police released security footage showing a drunk man driving a forklift in the middle of a street around 2 a.m. in the town of Colwyn Bay, all while holding a bottle of whiskey in his hand. Unlucky for him, he drove right past a police vehicle on regular patrol, who nonchalantly performed a U-turn, pursued, stopped, and arrested the man for taking a motor vehicle without the owner's consent and failing to provide a roadside specimen for analysis.
What does that mean?
Roadside specimen.
I know, I was nervous. I just couldn't focus. I couldn't finish.
Sounds like a band name. Sounds like a punk band. Roadside specimen, open up, TLA. Upon search, the individual was also found to be in possession of a concealed bladed article, which is a strange way of saying a knife, for which he was also charged. The man later pled guilty in court to all of the aforementioned charges, but received a suspended sentence after agreeing to an unpaid work requirement, alcohol rehabilitation, and disqualification from driving for 4 years.
Jeez.
Yeah. And the whiskey he was drinking? Jack Daniels.
I love that he's in England drinking Jack Daniels. Like, fuck you, Scotland and Ireland.
Yeah.
I'm going to America to get my bad decisions on.
I mean, I hope it was worth it for 4 years not being able to drive.
It sounds like a blessing for everybody involved. And I think it's funny he wasn't even driving a car.
Right,
Like,
he was driving a forklift.
I've driven forklifts. They don't really go that fast.
They showed the video footage on the article, too. Like, you can see him. He's just driving along the road. The cop passes him, turns around, and follows him. It's hilarious.
In America, that would be a golf cart.
Yeah,
We have golf carts everywhere in America.
Yes, that would be the equivalent. Yeah, for sure. All right, so next thing we do is the whiskeys we can drink this month.
Oh my God, I feel like this is going to be the longest news episode ever.
It will be, but there's only 9 whiskeys, so this is where we make up time. Maybe.
Whatever.
The news.
The first article was amazing.
The news has no time limit.
Right. I will say this. We're the only news in America that doesn't piss you off at the end of watching it. Because any news I watch in America, I'm like, God damn it, what's going on here?
Very true. So the first, it's a pair of whiskeys from Bradshaw Bourbon.
What?
Remember we tried the Bradshaw a long time ago?
Shut up.
So they have
whiskeys?
2 new bourbons. NFL legend, Terry Bradshaw. Shout out to Sue. Namesake whiskey is climbing the ladder, age ladder for its latest releases, both of which are cask strength single barrels.
Wow. We have to try it again.
Yeah. The first one's a 6-year from Green River in Owensburg, Kentucky.
Okay.
The proofs vary from 115 to 125. Wow. Yeah. 70 corn, 21 rye, 9 malted barley. Cherry, chocolate, roasted cashew, smoky tobacco, cinnamon, oak, and brown sugar. That's $65. Wow. Pretty reasonable, I think.
I mean, yes.
6-year in that proofage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we know Green River. We went to a tasting recently, and
Yes.
we had their stuff before. They're solid.
And what I like about them is each one, they're very different. I love one and don't really love the other. It's, sometimes some distilleries are just, they're all just kind of the same, you know?
Yeah.
Green River's not like that. So if you only had one, didn't like it, go back and try some more because you're probably going to find one you love.
Yeah, good advice. The next one's a 12-year. Yeah, from Bluegrass Distillers in Midway, Kentucky. I hadn't heard of them. Their proofing also varies up to 145 proof. Different mash bill, 74 corn, 18 rye, 8 malted barley, vanilla toffee, prominent oak, cinnamon, and smooth woody spice, $2.50.
And
So
that's
that climbed
145?
up to 145 proof.
I
Yes.
don't know what that means, up to 145.
Well, because it's variable. It's single barrels.
That's really high.
Yeah, it's really high.
We didn't drink above that until this year, right?
Yeah, what was the one we had at Doug's? Was it 146?
Yeah,
it was
like
something like that.
147, I think.
Yeah, it was high. All right, so the next one we have the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye,
Wow.
A126. So remember back in September when Heaven Hill brand introduced its first barrel proof rye and knocked it out of the park, according to reviewers, in terms of age and strength, not too old, not too hot. And the second release, the first of 2026, has arrived and is reportedly even better than the first. It's 108 proof, 11 years, 11 months aged, 51 rye, 35 corn, 14 malted barley, rye spice, vanilla, maple, black pepper, dried fruit, cinnamon, and grape Jolly Rancher, $75.
Heaven Hill does so much. When we started the podcast, Elijah Craig was a $32 bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, they didn't have rye, they didn't have toasted
rye,
barrels.
They didn't have toasted barrel. They didn't have barrel proof.
Single barrel.
They have exploded. I mean, I said when we started the podcast, Heaven Hill might be my favorite distillery.
Yeah.
Because McKenna alone is
I know that the McKenna were
and the
drinking
old
all night.
Fitzgerald and Elijah Craig and the Larceny Barrel Proof. I mean, and it's funny, we had the weirdest tour of our lives at Heaven Hill.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we were late.
We were late.
Because
It
I
was
got
raining.
the times wrong. Right, it was raining, so they didn't take us to where we
Yeah.
were supposed to go. It was just
And
us three.
We were like 12 minutes late, but you would have thought we were like 3 hours late. Like they shut everything down because we didn't think you were coming. It's like, and then we like walked through like this documentary
yeah,
of the fire of '96.
It was their museum and
then we
stuff,
drank
yeah.
all these whiskeys we already had.
Right.
A really sweet girl though.
Very sweet. Elizabeth, I think her
Yeah.
name was.
And I remember thinking like, I don't care because you're still the greatest distillery in the world.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
It's like meeting John Cena. It's like he can't really meet you. He waves at you on his way to the car. It's like, it's okay, John Cena.
You can't see him anyway.
Yeah, I can't see you anyway.
All right, the next one we have the Garrison Brothers, 6-year, ready?
Yeah.
Bottled and bond.
Oh,
Yeah.
81.
$81?
Yeah.
Okay. For the 10th bourbon expression in their lineup, Texas distiller Garrison Brothers has announced its first ever bottle and bond bourbon made from distillate that was sweet mashed and open air fermented in the fall of 2019. 100 proof, of course, 6 years aged, 74 corn, 15 wheat, 11 malted barley. That's their standard mash bill. Oaky and smoky with tobacco leather, campfire kindling, maple syrup, homemade root beer, caramelized dark chocolate, plums, nectarines, roasted almonds, and toffee. $100. Ed's hesitating.
I'm not crazy off, right? I said 81. So I told you what I wanted to be at 6 years.
Yep. Would you pay 100?
Oh yeah, to try it the first time. Sure.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we know how good Garrison Brothers is
Yeah,
and
I
how
mean,
much we like it.
You gave me, I mean, it's a great bottle, but it's one of their regular ones, right? And I'm sure
It was a single barrel,
And that
yeah.
was like $75. For
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So for that bottle and bond 6 year, I want to try it so bad.
You're a BIB whore.
I would definitely spend 100 for that. In fact, I guarantee Scott and I will each spend 50 to split it.
Sure, we'd do that.
And by the way, if you have a friend,
Do a quick taste.
if you have one friend or two friends, it's a way to try stuff that you normally wouldn't try
Yeah,
because it's 180 is a lot. $60 is not that bad
Yeah.
for a third of a bottle. It just sounds better somehow.
It does sound better. Like I said, I wouldn't pay $60 for a dram, but I'd pay $30 for a 1 ounce.
That's right.
That doesn't seem to make any sense
Right.
either, but it kind of does.
But remember, we spend thousands on whiskey
Oh,
every
my
year.
God.
You have no idea how much whiskey we buy.
We told you what we spent in Kentucky.
Right,
Jesus.
right. I mean, I still have a bottle left.
Oh,
Still have
do
two
ya?
bottles. I have a JTS Brown.
Yeah. Was that the $16 one?
Yeah, $13.99.
$13.99.
JTS Brown bottle and bond.
And it's so drinkable.
It's so drinkable and mixable.
I drank all mine.
What else?
I drank everything I bought.
I feel like there might be one, but I know I have two. I have two, which is pretty crazy.
It's been a year and a few months.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. The next one we have, I thought this was really interesting.
Yep.
High West, cast strength blend of straight bourbons. It's a terrible name. But High West's first release of 2026 is a blend of 5 bourbons sourced from Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee with varying mash bills.
Which, by the way, goes right into your previous story about how blending.
Right.
So they start their year with the blend, which is kind of supports what you said, Scott.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I want to hear.
Mash bills are 60 corn, 40 malted barley, 60 corn, 40 rye, 78 corn, 10 rye, 12 malted barley, 75 corn, 21 rye, 4 malted barley, and 84 corn, 8 rye, 8 malted barley. That's the Tennessee. 117 proof, 6 to 20 years aged. Listen to these tasting notes.
Okay.
So the guy from Barrel went here. Orange peel, grilled peach cobbler, vanilla ice cream, white chocolate covered apricots, sarsaparilla. This is the best one. Maple bar picnic in an old growth forest. Concord grape, cooked plantain, agave nectar, fine leather jacket, boysenberry jam on shortbread, dark honey, and sandalwood. $70.
I mean, for $70, sure.
I would buy that for $70.
What's the proof?
117.
Fuck yeah.
20 years aged, one of those whiskeys was.
This will be one that we...
I want to seek this out and find it.
Yes, this is one that we will try to find.
Yes.
And if we find it, we'll do a quick taste for you all.
I mean, despite the bouginess of those tasting notes,
ridiculous.
That sounds amazing.
Did you say boysenberry?
Boysenberry, yeah.
I thought that was like a Dr. Seuss reference. I didn't think that was wasn't that like in Willy Wonka? Didn't he lick the wallpaper? Was the schnozberries taste like schnozberries?
That's it. Okay. All right. The next one is, you may or may not like this. I didn't like it, but I'm putting it out there.
Okay.
Knob Creek Bold Pick, Cask Strength, Single Barrel, Select. That's not why I don't like
I was going to say, everything about that sounds amazing.
I know.
So I can't wait to see how they fuck this up.
All right, about the 10th word here. Last year, Jim Beam partnered with former NFL star Eli Manning.
Well, he's won 2 Super Bowls, and
He did.
They don't know how much we hate the Giants.
And the Eagles owned him. I think the Eagles were the winningest team against them during their big Super Bowl years.
Yep, we beat them twice the year they won the Super Bowl.
I know.
The first time they won under
I
him.
know. They could not beat us.
What's the noise he makes when he gets sacked?
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
He was a little bitch.
The original little bitch.
But here's what he did. For the collection's second release, Manning once again selected barrels alongside master distiller Freddie No, our best friend.
Our best friend Freddie No, yeah.
Proof
In that case, it's a great idea.
The proofs vary from 112.2 to 121.6. Every barrel is at least 9 years aged. The mash bill is all the same, 75% corn, 13 rye, 12 malted barley. That's classic Knob Creek. Tasting notes will vary depending on the barrel, of course, but overall you get big notes of vanilla, caramel, oak, dried fruit, cinnamon, that signature Beam nuttiness, and a healthy dose of heat, and those are $70 also.
I mean, sure.
I would taste one. I'm just kidding about Eli.
No, I know,
Who
but I mean,
cares?
no.
It's fine.
I was going to say, everything sounded amazing.
Yeah. Maker's Mark Cask Strength. So this isn't new.
Okay, right.
They've had this. This is their like flagship thing, but there is something new about it. A growing list of whiskey producers are pivoting toward new age statements. Think Jim Beam Black 7-year, Old Fitzgerald 7-year, and Eagle Rare 12-year. Now, Maker's Mark Distillery is joining the chorus by announcing that its core range of cask strength bourbon will now be age stated for the first time, with each batch getting a specific age down to the year and month. However, the bourbon will stay the same. It's 107 to 114 proof, 7 to 8 years, 70 corn, 16 wheat, 14 malted barley, classic Maker's Mark. Dark molasses, spicy oak, cherry, rose petals, soft leather, brown sugar, cinnamon, sweet wheat grain, black licorice, and black pepper, $50.
What?
$50 is the MSRP for this.
Note that one, too. We're not big Maker's Mark people, but we need to try that.
Now with age statements.
I think that deserves a quick taste.
Okay.
Have we ever quick tasted Maker's Mark?
I don't think we've ever done a quick taste on Maker's Mark. We did an episode where we did Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
I think we put one of the cask strength versions in the Madness.
Yeah, my friend
Right.
Jason, the benefit bottle for his wife.
Yes. Very tragic.
Very tragic. Great woman.
So 2 more whiskeys, and then what's coming up on the podcast.
Yep.
And we close the shit show out.
It's been
So this one's interesting. Rebel Root Beer Whiskey.
Ooh, is it the Rebel from Lux Row?
Yes. Lux Row's Rebel Bourbon has brought back its previously discontinued root beer flavored whiskey. It uses a base of Rebel weeded bourbon, which is infused with natural flavors and proofed down. The brand recommends trying it with bourbon, root beer, and a splash of cola, or with Ezra Brooks bourbon cream for a boozy riff on a root beer float. It's 70 proof, 6 years aged, 68 corn, 20 wheat, 12 malted barley. Caramel, vanilla, ice cream, sassafras, honey, mild oak, wintergreen mint, molasses, and black licorice.
Make the price right.
$35.
Absolutely, I would try that. That's exactly what I wanted you to say. And by the way, they do have a good bourbon cream, and I bet that would be amazing.
Yeah, the Ezra Brooks.
Oh, I'm definitely going to buy that if I see it.
Yeah.
I'll buy that. Absolutely want to buy that.
I think we bought a bourbon cream for
We did.
Gabe.
We did.
At the
At Lux
distillery.
Row.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the last whiskey we have is also not a new one, but there is something new about this. Woodford Double Oaked. Woodford Reserve made headlines last January when it announced that its beloved Double Oak riff on the distillery's flagship bourbon that's finished and toasted in flash barrels for an additional 2 years would no longer be a distillery exclusive, but available nationwide moving forward. And the 2026 batch is here. It's 90.4 proof, 5 to 7 years aged, plus 2 years in the extra oak, 72 corn, 18 rye, 10 malted barley, the classic Woodford Reserve mash bill. Maple syrup, dark butterscotch, peanut brittle, caramel, bittersweet chocolate, burnt marshmallow, sweet hickory smoke, dried cherry, cranberry, blackberry, apple, chai tea, and clove.
80?
$200.
Oh, they're out of their minds. I'll never taste that. I pour that in my mouth at my viewing.
Right? $200?
So Woodford's 35 or 40.
Yeah.
Double Oak 65.
Yeah.
Double Oak is 200.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And they've gotten a little crazy. They've come out with stuff I've wanted to try, and it's been $50 more than I want to pay.
Yep.
And it looks good. And when I was in Portland, I tried a couple of their stuff. You know, the Distiller Select stuff.
By the glass, right?
Yeah, and it was all right. But I'm like, it's
Not worth it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it is worth it.
Make value matter again.
Right. I think they didn't get the memo. What's coming up, Scott, on the podcast?
Yeah, so apologies to those expecting a full episode about D&D whiskeys. I just couldn't get to all the things. I wanted this to be really fun and perfect, and I just didn't have enough time.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
To the public. We're not going to put something out because of a schedule. But that's coming. It's coming, and it'll be great.
Right. So this week is the first week in February, and next week there will be no podcast, the 13th. Then on the 20th, we'll have the quick taste of 15 stars. Triple Cask 2. The week after that, also no podcast. We're slow in a roll in February, but then we're going to have at least 6 or 7 in a row because in March,
Whiskey Madness is coming.
Whiskey Madness 2026, the road to the final pour. And then after that, in April, we'll have our last call, winter 2026, season 14
When are we doing the D&D whiskey?
recap in the new season.
Okay. All right. We're
Yeah.
pushing it back. That's a huge pushback for us.
It's a huge pushback.
Normally we push back like a week or two.
Well,
We're pushing it back a season.
it's because of the madness.
the time of the season for whiskey.
Boom. Ding, 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 ding.
All right. So thanks everybody for tuning in to the longest news episode ever. I know I drank about a fifth of a bottle of
I know.
McKenna.
Me too.
So
It's
I'm
supersized.
feeling nice and warm.
Well, it was
on
our
this.
tricentennial.
Yeah, that's right. It's our tricentennial 300th publication, technically episode, if you want to be, in the rawest form of what episode is.
Yeah. Small E episode.
Right. Gaz, it's been amazing. Scott has been, couldn't ask for a better partner in crime, and he has.
I am awesome. Thank
He
you.
has put so much work into the production and editing part of this, and I am amazing in what I do. And
You are also amazing.
and we want to thank Gabe and Siobhan and Jeff and
Sue.
and all of the people that are regular guests on here, Marty and Rachel, Anders, and we could go on, and all the people that have made the last 300 episodes special, and all that you out there in whiskey land listening to us, making this amazing from the 198 countries. Well, no, I made it up. It's like 102 countries that have.
Right. We just passed 100, right?
Right, there's like 194 countries total. So all those people that have made this 300 episodes special for us, I want to thank you so much. We never thought this would get to this point, and I hope I'm sitting here and we're talking about episode 500.
I mean, I don't know how we got to this point. It's amazing. After
I'm proud of us.
7 years.
Listen, we've had a blast, but I'm going to tell you, there's sometimes we have a chest cold. There's sometimes when we've had a rough week. There's sometimes when you're tired, and we've got together and we've put the product out. We've made this a point of emphasis in our lives, and we're very proud of that.
It is 102 countries.
102 countries have listened to us.
And I will say that in this past season, we did gain a couple more countries.
All right.
So stay tuned for that.
Officially 102, but unofficially,
Possibly 105.
there's more. So for the Whiskey Tangent Podcast, I'm Ed.
I'm Scott.
Cheers, everybody.
Later.